In today's workshop, the second of these workshops, we are going to look at Thrive and resilience in terms of our decision making. And I'm going to introduce you to a model that I would like you to explore further. If we have a model in our minds about how we respond to situations, then we become more resilient. Resilient people have thought about how to respond in future situations in a way that they are happy with. They can anticipate things happening in their lives and they've got a plan of how to respond. This decision-making journey is explored further in the course notes. But here's what I'm talking about. When a stimulant comes in, we have a whole bunch of material up here from our previous experiences beforehand, our views, our opinions, our values, our interests, our knowledge, all of that's in this big database in the brain. And we consult with that before we act. Now, sometimes we can respond very quickly because the situation requires it. We have to do an emergency stop in the car or whatever. Now, the brain is good at that. We're already geared up to survive because that's the function of the brain, is to look for hazards, look for problems and respond to keep us safe. Stopping and thinking and consulting your big database in your brain of experiences to help you respond is something we need to do some training in. Having a model helps. Stimulant comes in, decision-making process happens, and then you act. Now, I've created this model in a very simplistic way, and I've done it to introduce this to you, but I want you to create your own. So in this first exercise, have a look at what I've done. The second image that you'll see is what my friend did to help me explain this a little bit further. It's much better because she's an artist. And then what I'd like you to do is write in your journal your model. Arrow going in. Who are you? What do you represent? What makes you tick? What do you do for fun? What do you think is important? Your experiences, your favourite place, all of these things. That bit in the middle and then the arrow going out, that's your actions. Okay, so you've had a go at that now, and that's brilliant. I'm going to unpack one element of that. So the bit I want us to have a little look at is this idea of your personal qualities. Here's a list of qualities. Have a look at it. I've done it in a couple of different ways to make it a bit more user-friendly. If you download the post-course information, you'll see all of this. So in this list, there is a whole bunch of personal qualities. Now, qualities inform values, things that are important to you. So, from the list, choose ones which you think refer to you right now, and also ones which you would like to have or aspire to have. Okay. If you found that difficult, or you find that difficult, imagine that your very best friend, somebody who knows you really well, is asked to do that on your behalf. Which ones would they choose? So, now you've got a list. I would like you to if you did collect any rocks, take those rocks and write down on each rock a word, one of those qualities. If you didn't manage that, just tear out bits of paper and write them down on each piece of paper. Okay, so now you have a bunch of rocks or bits of paper with words written on them. That one says conscientious. What I'd like to do now is make a shape out of them. And the shape I'd like to make is a constellation. constellation is a way that ancient mariners used the stars to navigate. This is going to be your constellation. This is going to help you navigate through life. It will build your resilience. Because if things get difficult, when things get difficult, you can go back to your own personal qualities. And it will remind you of who you are, what you want to achieve, but also help you to come up with strategies that will work for you because you've paid attention. Resilient people have paid attention to themselves and they understand their own motivations and who they are. In the next film, we'll look at a couple of more exercises. Now remember, these are part of a much bigger piece of work and is a snapshot to build your curiosity into the topic of Thrive. Keep well, keep safe, and I look forward to seeing you next time.